All right, tram time. Let's go over these sign types here. So we've got some wayfinding signs. They're broken up into different sign types. You've got a group B that are these entrance signs that go inside like the parking structure. And then we'll have types C and D, basically some interior hanging blades, non-illuminated. You could probably, with all of these, you could probably figure it out from the PDF, but I just want to point out a few things just to make it simple and make sure to clarify a few things. So let's get going over these. So with the sign type B, there's two of them, but they're identical. Essentially, they're just going to be an 1.5 inch square tube that's going to be custom drilled, and then it's going to have these signs that go on and then install. Make sure they bring their long bit. Let's just go over the lay of the land. So it's just the 090 faces. You'll just sort of make a return around those. Look for this drill jig, and you'll have these mounting bar things here. So we'll go over those. You'll have 1/2 inch clear acrylic that will get sent to get digitally printed that you'll mount to the face once everything's painted up. You'll have some 3/8 flat cutouts. Look for those. Those need to get tapped. And there'll be a couple patterns for install. So again, just burn this, get this all burned up. And then what you're going to do is look for top and bottom because there's two of them, but you have bottom face up. And those are going to glue like this. So you're going to lords it on like that, and you're going to lords it over. I went ahead and put rivets here. I don't know if you want to back them up with some countersunk rivets just to be certain, but just lords it on real good. And then that's it. And then you're just going to wait to assemble. You get 1024 brass inserts around the perimeter of the 1/2 inch clear. I suggest you do that first, so that way it doesn't mess up any print that they put on this. The last thing you want to do is scratch it while you're hammering in things. So you got two of those faces there. Get those brassed up, get them sent out, and then it'll just be a matter of assembling. After, you'll have all the clearance holes necessary to mount these. So you'll just probably put like some long enough studs to go through the 1/2 inch, and then you'll be able to grab back here. So the mounting bar is really the only thing that's sort of tricky. You just need to point it out. So you got two 48 inch mounting bars. You'll take this template and you'll go ahead and drill all four sides the same. So you'll just do a 5/32 bit, and then just choose one to be the face. And that one you'll take out to at least 1 inch, or take it all the way out to the wall, 1.25 inches, whatever. Just want to be able to easily get in there with the screws. Turn it 90, you leave those. Turn it another 90, that's the back side, that's opposite these. We'll give them a 1/4 inch hole to play with. And then you'll just flip it over and then leave those. So top and bottom, you'll have 5/32, just leave those. Front face, big hole. Back face, 1/4 inch hole. Do that to those bars. Make sure install knows where they are, and that's it. I'm not sure if they'll want to paint these because you'll see the end over here. So you might want to send these out to paint with the sign, and just so they look finished and clean. I don't know if they'll be digging just having a raw aluminum bar over there. So anyway, yeah. So ship that out with that. Like I say, install. You got a little pattern there for you. So look for that. Again, super simple. Just want to point those few things out. We're done there. Let's go over to C and D. Again, these are fairly simple in that they're just hanging blades. So we do those, we got those down. It's just look for the different leg lengths. And we haven't done these before. These are 1 inch face by 1/2 inch. So this is the 1 by 1/2 like we use for the stop signs and stuff. So it's going to be kind of thin. So let's go over the parts here. So I broke it all out into C and D, and let's look at this first. So sign type C, I went ahead and just arbitrarily, just for this, I went ahead and just called like number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. So technically there's 5 signs for sign type C. And then sign type D is very similar in nature and everything. It's just that this one's going to have those swinging plates for the feet. So, but essentially all of these are very similar to each other. So just look for all stuff with 1 on it. So here's a 1 there, here's a 1 there, and there's a 1. So look for that. Look for a 2, look for a 3, look for a 4, etc. That will be sign type C. So so now you kind of see what's up. So you have, here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, and here's 5. And then D will have D. That's just the only one. So those are the D parts. And then all the jigs, I really work to keep the jigs to a minimum. So we just got those. I put the face panels all on one sheet here, but again, ST1, STC2, STC3, et cetera, et cetera. And the unfortunate naming of this one, we'll leave that there. 1/8" plates, not quarter, for the mounts. Look for I sent over a 16th island fill on that. Look for these. Because these are getting mounted, I guess, to all sorts of different size beams. So we'll go over this, but pay attention to which plate goes on which sign. And then you'll have your 1/4" swivel plates. Again, do like you do at the other one, just weld it on the outside. Make sure it'll fit a 1" okay. You've got 1/4" white acrylic. Get all of this to First Shop or the print shop, whatever it is. Okay, so the basics are that we're gonna just I was gonna put the usual like verticals in here, but that would have meant more jigs and all that. And these aren't that big, so you can see you got 30 by 12. So what I did is I made the profile as thin as possible. Here we go. So these are going to be sort of fiddly to get into the break, but I think we'll be all right. We're almost 3/4 by 5/8. So there should be enough to grab, should be enough to bend up. And then all you're going to be doing on these is just welding across the 1 inch. So you're going to slide in the 1/2 inch bar, and it's going to go all the way, and it's going to nestle into the island fill here. So I have an island fill here that's 03. And so it'll just sort of lock into that island fill, and that will register left, right, straight for you. And then you're not going to have any other sort of, like I say, usually I'll put like a vertical here that we either screw to or weld to. But on this, I'm just trying to keep the weight, trying to keep it easy. So you'll slide this through, and then where it touches the bar there, just put a nice 1 inch burn. And then if you can get the gun in, if you think you need it there, go ahead. But I think a 1 inch burn here and a 1 inch burn, all the way around should be fine. So that's typical for all of these signs. Slide it in, burn both sides, clean it up, and I think that'll be plenty. Then, like you did with Indio, because there won't be any other crossbars for Lords, do your Lord's perimeter and then just do a big splotch on the 1 by bar there. And then hopefully that'll kind of just catch it and help stabilize that face. But again, 30 by 15. But some of these are getting a little long. Thankfully, these bars are a little more in. But like on this one here, you're pushing 65. So there's quite a bit of room where there isn't any support, but it's only 12 inches tall. So like I said, I kind of was like debating whether to put one in the middle, but let's just YOLO. So anyway, so just do that. Just burn it on all sides. These ones are 1 by 1, and this one here is a 1 by 1, but obviously with the swivel feet. But these ones here, like I say, are super skinny, sliding it in there, 1/2 by 1. So make sure you order in the 1/2 by 1. Okay, so all the eyeballs, right? So the eyeballs are telling you, make sure you measure the plates and make sure these plates get to these ones. There was no way for me to score the plate with a number, so just do your measurement. So sign type number 1 gets the 5x4, this one gets the 5x4. These are identical except for the length of the legs, but otherwise these are identical. 3 is a little bigger, but this one actually goes to the feet to the bottom, and this is a 6x4.5. So look for that. Make sure that gets to 3. Make sure the 5x5 gets on number 4. Make sure that those legs get on there. And then 5x5 is a 1 by 1, so that's okay. And then the sign type D is the swivel pads. Swivel pads will have a template, so look for the drill template. And just like you did with the La Quinta, just line this one up. Use your 5/32 there, and then take it out to 3/8. Then you're just going to use 3/8 through bolts, and it'll give a little swivel action there for install to put it up. The bigger jigs go with the 1 by, and all of these little smaller jigs go with the little baby angle there. So and I also have for Edgar or whoever's cutting, I laid this out which one goes to which. But again, I have the 19 here and the 40, so I also have it here so you can kind of keep track. So number 2, you got your 40 inch, just to make sure you get the right ones to the right spot, so that way there's no confusion. So anyway, I think that's it. Yeah, got those. like I say, you probably could have figured it out, but I just wanted to make sure that, pass on some information so there's no surprises. Anyway, good luck. We're all counting on you.